Hey, what's up? It's Raven. Here we go with another Transformers Tactical Arena video. Today we are going to give a review of the Insecticons. Now, the Battle Pass, Cyber Pass, whatever you want to call it, is done. We started a new one where I feel like the way they've been running it is every other month they're putting out a new card. So this Cyber Pass, you're not getting anything at the end. If you want to check it out real quick, get all the way to the end here, and it's only 25 instead of 50, and all you're getting is crates. So with that being said, I played a couple matches with the Insecticons. So before we get into that, so I'm just going to talk over a couple of gameplay matches that I had, but right now I have them in the deck. Let's check them out right now. So I have them as a level 5 right now. They are 293, they're all 293. And that's in their robot forms. In their alt forms, they are still 293. Okay, but anyway, let's start with the robot. So it says Bombshell, Shrapnel, and Kickback are a 3-pack of ranged attackers. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, they suck. But hear me out, okay? Let's watch the video. So it says they can target air units, so pretty much drones. And then the other thing is attack the regular attackers that can be effectively used in a tank push. Now, I mean, there are other characters to use in that.
The star has arrived!
Sense. They're weak against units that deal area damage like Sunstreak, also Grimlock, whatever. The key thing is them weak. I know they're only level 5, but they are terrible. But again, we'll get into that. Alright, so in their insect forms, these menaces will fly to the nearest turret and deal missile damage if they aren't taken out quickly. And we'll watch the video. That's not the video. And as an airborne turret rushers, the Insecticons can fly straight over a push to attack the opponent's turret. That's good. The only thing is what they're not showing him is, mostly they're getting destroyed before they even get there. I mean, yeah, in that video they show
the star has arrived.
They can be countered with ranged attacks and such creature. Yeah, we know that.
Let's end this.
Alright, so here is before we get into video or gameplay. Right now, they're level 5, they're weak. Right now, I've been playing tons and tons of Starscream and Orbital Strikes. So, half the time, they don't even get to the towers. Like I said, they're weak, and everybody's playing Starscream. So it's hard to get a good gauge. Now, sometimes I try to... The best way to play them is to have a battle going on at one turret and you sneak them in on the other side. Because there's a good chance they're going to get to the turret. Now, as the turret shoots, they're taking them out. There's 3 of them. You take it out 1, maybe even 2 before they even get there. When they do get there, they do serious damage. I will give you that. So in that sense, that is the pro. The con is they're easily taken care of. Sunstreaker, like I said, Rotostorm, and specifically Starscream. Now let's watch. I got two matches here. We'll just go into the 2 games that I won. I'll try to pick them out, but we'll try to focus on them. I'll give you gameplay analysis here, but we'll try to pick them out specifically. Alright, so we're probably going to start off with Victorion. I usually try to throw Victorion on. We got the Victorion down. Rotostorm. They're throwing the minions down. Stun them. Alright, so we're making a push here. Trying to throw the Optimus down. Top side. Gets me the Orbital Strike. Pulling on down. Alright, so I do have the Insecticons. I switched them over to the robot form.
The star has...
They won't know what hit
Okay,
him.
but I decided to drop the Brawn because the Moonracer is doing some serious damage from ranged. Brawn's taking out the minions. There's the Insecticons. And I dropped them right over Sunstreaker, and he takes them up before they even go anywhere. Now, that was my fault. I should have dropped them over the Brawn. Nothing's going on right now. He drops an Optimus. I don't have a stun, so I'm going to that truck charge.
I look good!
I drop a Sunstreaker just
They
as my
won't know what hit
tower.
him.
My turret destroys the Optimus, so that kind of stunk. So I got Sunstreaker versus his Brawn. He has his Orbital Strike. Hit the Optimus.
I'll take him out from here.
Moonracer down. A couple swings there. He's got the minions. They got a tower. Roller should be able to take the minions out. I'm sorry, Spinster. Alright, so I have the Insecticons.
I look good!
Drop them, and they get some damage. They get destroyed right away. Actually, the main tower took some serious damage there before he got destroyed. But that's the best way. That's the best time to drop them. We've taken out the tower already, and they don't have that
I look
far to
good!
go because they're taking shots from the tower. All right, so his Optimus took out. I don't know. Sunstreaker. His tower is mine.
I look
While
good!
everybody's taking out the Optimus, I'm going to try to drop the Insecticons again. So let's see if they get there. And they don't. But that was the Sidewinder,
From
the
the
Orbital
shoulder,
Strike.
baby!
So they had a chance to get there.
I go one.
Nice to see what comes next. So I'm being pushed pretty hard here. But we'll run out of time. Takes out a tower. Trailbreaker.
They won't know what hit him.
His Optimus goes down. I have my Optimus. With my stun, with an Orbital Strike, and I get the win.
Victory.
So in this match, we had, I think, four Insecticon charges. Only one of them doing damage. And it wasn't significant damage, decent damage. And the other 3 times, they didn't even make it to the towers. So let's try to keep track. Alright, the second match. This was actually a good match.
Fight.
So if this person, if you ever watch my
I
video,
will
that was
extinguish your
amazing.
engine.
Alright, so we're gonna drop the Victorion.
I'll take him out from here.
We got the Soundwave, Moonracer. Drop the Spinster. Just in case that Moonracer out. I'm waiting to drop my Optimus.
Graviton
Victorion goes down.
charge!
Steeljack. Still getting into the Optimus Prime. He's got an Optimus. And I have nobody on the board right now.
The star has
Sunstreaker, I
arrived!
put him in the wrong spot. Now I do have the Insecticons, so let's see what we the Starscream is taking the tower. Alright, so I have got 2 Moonracers. I drop the Insecticons. Here's the charge. They get hit by the Wheeljack, and they get taken out before they get there. So again, you have to be able to drop them at the right time. That's it. They might be really good, but you know, there's a lot of counters. Let's put it that way. Alright, so right now my Spinster's taking shots from Moonracer and Megatron. I'm gonna let him go.
Graviton charge!
They destroy the tower. He's got a Wheeljack.
I look
Power out
good!
Megatron does. He's got an Optimus, but I have a stun. So I get the stun. And take some shots there. Him. Sunstreaker and Wheeljack walk by each other. Got the Soundwave. Alright, so I dropped the Insecticons right in the middle of it. Taking shots. Only one of them got to the tower. And minimal damage.
Just try to stop me!
Alright, Alright, so he's got a blur. And except Ratchet. And I'll drop the Optimus. Some shots on the tower there. He drops the Starscream on my side. Got the Moonracer as well. I have the Sunstreaker. There's the Insecticons again.
Graviton
The tower that. There we go. And actually, that was the most damage that I've done with 7 charges. I stun his Optimus. He destroys my tower out of the way. Starscream. And there's 5 seconds left. We're going to overtime. Blur. The work is the Insecticons again now. With Optimus there, they all hit the tower. They all get there, and they destroy the tower. So again, with some help, they can do damage. So I would say the best time to put them down would be once you have 2 towers down and they don't have far to travel. And if you can give them some help, my Optimus was doing some work there. Everybody was going after the Optimus, so they kind of just flew overhead and took out the tower themselves. So that's why I played this game last, because it that was the best representative of the kind of damage they can do. But let's say I lost count. It might have been 9 charges. So in 9 charges, 7 of them, they didn't even get to the tower. One of them, they got there. I think 2 of them got there. They did a little bit of damage. There was one that did medium damage, and that last one. So maybe there was another one. Maybe there was another one where they did decent damage. There was one where they did almost no damage, but they did do damage, and then that last one. So again, cool cards. Now I only played them as bugs just because, like I said, they're ranged attackers. You can put them behind a tank, Bone Crusher, Megatron, Victorion even. But there's other cards that probably do it better. You know, if I wanted to have a tank charge, I would put Sunstreaker down there. I would put RC maybe. But, Mirage, Wheeljack, Ratchet. I mean, you could put anybody there. The Insecticons you want to use as bugs so that they can fly over enemies, attack the towers if they can get there. Now, I don't. Maybe I didn't point it out, but there was a bunch of times where Starscream took me out, the Orbital Strike took me out. So, I mean, maybe it's just because they're a new card and a lot of people are playing them. They're trying to counter it. I have not played one opponent that has these cards. Maybe once, but that was like earlier in the season. So again, my final review here is they're good cards to a point. I think they're better than drones. You know, I'm pretty sure they do. Depending on how much power you have or what level they're on, I'm sure they do more damage than regular drones. But I mean, they're really heavily counterable, if that's a word. So I will leave this with you. Nostalgia wise, I like them. I will keep using them, but it's kind of they're almost, depending on what you want to do, there are better cards out there. We saw pretty much Starscream in these 2 games, and pretty much every game that I've played today, I've seen a Starscream. So I like the cards. Are there better options? Yeah. But if you can make them fit and you can play them correctly, then I would say go for it. Just using them, I learned. You want to just sneak them in. You want to just put them down when there are 2 towers already taken out, so they don't have to fly that far. Or you can put them down when someone else is taking all the damage, like that Optimus in the last match. He was taking all the damage, he was taking all the hits, and everybody forgot. They just flew over everybody and knocked at the tower. All right, so there you go. There is my review of the Insecticons. Right now, they are running the where's the next? What is this thing called? I don't even know. Graviton Nexus. Right now, I'm 3 and 4. I was just doing it for content. I am not. It's not something that I would even think about using. But I just played those matches just to try out, some Insecticon battles. Some games they didn't, there was nothing to talk about, and these 2 matches that I just showed, there were. All right, so thank you for listening. Hope you found this informative. I'd like you to subscribe to my channel. I'd like you to like this video, leave a comment, tell me how you feel about these cards. Do you want to see more? Right now, I'll be using my deck, until something else comes along. But until that time, I will see you in the next video. So again, please subscribe, like, comment, and we'll do this again real soon. All right? Take care. See you soon.